Today I'm going to talk to you about how to break a soul contract. And this has been really important to me because I could say 8 months ago, I had to go through this process myself. So let's rewind and go to where this story kind of started for me, which was almost 3 years ago. I met a beautiful man and we found love, and I believe that he is my soulmate, and he says the same thing. And we had this really, really intense, full-on, beautiful relationship, but it was also very confronting. And I'm grateful for it because it broke me open in a way that nothing else ever had before. And I needed it. I think my neighbor is sawing something. I hope it's not too loud. He broke me open and taught me invariably how to be vulnerable and how to just surrender to life and allow it to flow through me rather than trying to control it. Anyway, that relationship ended after a very short and incredibly intense 6 months. And after the end of that relationship, I made a decision within myself that I wanted to change some of the ways that I was living my life, and also the choices that I was making, because obviously I had invited this relationship into my life because I needed it, but it wasn't the kind of relationship I actually wanted in my life. I wanted something much more serene and beautiful and sweet and kind, and that was it was aggressive and lots of negative things that weren't really supportive, but I needed them for my growth. So I decided to be single for a while and just work on myself and really learn to love myself in a way that I knew I needed to and wanted to, in order to attract the kind of relationship that I actually did want in my life. So 2 years went past, and I spent those 2 years completely dedicated to myself, and I am so grateful that I made that choice, and I loved every moment of it. And at the end of those 2 years, we actually met again, and we spoke about what had happened, and we shared our love, and it was really beautiful. And I realized I was at a point in my life where I was ready to move on and to open up again and invite men into my life, be it a relationship, be it just some fun. I was ready to open up and allow myself to play with men again, because I felt like I'd healed and I'd gotten through that journey and given myself what I needed, and I was on a whole different level as a human being, as a woman, and as a future partner as well. But I realized that I had some blockages. Like, I just simply couldn't interact with men the way that I used to. I felt almost guilty for flirting, and I felt like I was leading them on and like I was doing something that wasn't right. It almost felt like I was still in a relationship, and it made me realize that some part of my soul had never ended the contract that we had in this past relationship, and that I needed to somehow end the relationship on a metaphysical, energetic level in order to be able to move on and invite new men into my life. And it was around that time that I found serendipitously a Spirit Science article that spoke exactly of this, of how to break a soul contract. And it was amazing. The timing was incredible. It was unbelievable. And as these things always happen in life, they happen in exactly the moment that you need it, and you always get the message in just the right time. So I followed the instructions of how to break a soul contract, and halfway through the process, I could feel a part of me saying no. I just, like, something irked inside of me, and I just didn't feel ready, and I didn't want to. And I was like, no. Like, the intellectual, the wise part of me, the intuitive part of me says, yes, I am so ready. I want to do this. But another part of me was like, no, it's not ready. I'm not done. So I stopped the process because you can't force things. And instead, I became inquisitive, and I asked my inner self, my inner wisdom, my intuition, what needs to happen in order for me to be able to complete the process of breaking the soul contract. And the response I got back was that I hadn't let go of certain aspects, particularly the love. I felt like I felt like he was the only person that I could love that way. He was the only person I could make love with in the way that we had, which was so intense and so pure and so incredible. And I also felt like I would never experience another love like it. And while that is true, no love is the same. Every love is completely different. That doesn't mean we can't be open to the possibility of experiencing life differently. So knowing that, I went through my own personal process of letting go. And that includes yoga, it includes journaling, it includes just self-awareness and meditation. And through that process I let go, and it took me 2 months until I felt like I was a clear channel and I could try the soul breaking contract again, the soul contract break again. And 2 months later I did. I followed the steps, I completed the process. It took 10 minutes, it was easy, it flowed, and boom, I was done. It was incredible. And what happened next was amazing. A week later, I think I had to go somewhere for work. I think I went to Sydney for work, and suddenly there was men everywhere. Everywhere I looked, everywhere, like in cafes, I would meet men who were interested in me. Wherever I went, there were men suddenly who were completely fascinated by me, which of course feels really good, and was such a change after feeling like so disconnected from men and not wanting to have that much to do with them. And I had a lot of fun. And for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, I was just dating. And 2 months, almost exactly after I completed that soul contract break, after I broke the soul contract, when it worked, I met my current partner and we fell in love. So 2 months after I did that, I found a beautiful human being that I could just love in a way that I've never loved anyone before. And my love experience has again grown and changed, and I'm seeing it from a different perspective, and just seeing how much love can expand when we allow it to, when we embody it, and when we learn to love ourselves first and foremost. So underneath this video today, I'm going to give you the steps that I found in Spirit Science, and also the link back to that article. So you too can break your soul contract if you have one with someone and it's stopping you from being able to move on. Enjoy!